We are playing a brand new VtM Duets tonight called Cardinal Rule, as you can see. And it takes place, it's important to situate yourself in time. It takes place a little bit before the start of our regular Friday night games. So our Friday night games started in January 2025, and we're kind of following the same date that we are in now. This occurs somewhere around December, just before that. So you got to cast yourself back in time a little bit. So it's just before, um, just around the time that VtM Montreal started, and around the time that the Sabbat game also started. So before we continue, quick shout out to Raven Sarah. Thank you, Raven Sarah, and Varl BGem, our two mods, always on here, always um, out there doing the good work, doing the Lord's work for us out in chat. And the music tonight will be by both Carl Casey and tabletopaudio.com. So without further ado, and without further camera issues, hopefully, even though the cameras are not actually working, let us begin. From The Mask of the Red Death by Edgar Allan Poe. And now was acknowledged the presence of the Red Death. He had come like a thief in the night, and one by one dropped the revelers in the blood-bedewed halls of their revel, and died each in the despairing posture of his fall. And the life of the ebony clock went out with that of the last of the gay, and the flames of the tripods expired, and darkness and decay, and the Red Death held illimitable dominion over all. Rules. Rules are how we make sense of the world. They tell us what is possible and what is not within parameters established by a communal will, ostensibly. We follow rules, allow them to guide us like shepherds in the night, and us unruly beasts who, if truth is to be told, would rather do as we please. The shepherd has a stick. And when we let our innermost desires get the better of our good senses, the stick is applied in measures often disproportionate to the deviation. And thus we learn. Follow the rule. But what if the rule you followed led you here, on the edge of a precipice, or worse, deep into a void of darkness and death, blood and ill fortune? What use was the rule then that guided you here? What if the shepherd with his crooked stick is a malcontent, an enemy, a fearsome devil? What if your innermost desires, as they whisper to you in the dead of night, offer a balm for what ails you? What if the rule is a prison, a gag, a blindfold? What if the rule is meant only to make a slave of you, poison you, suffocate all nascent thought of self and pleasure and joy? What if the rule and the shepherd are not meant to guide, but rather lead astray? Would you rise against the shepherd then, steal his stick, pierce his rotten heart with it? And if you did, would you then be free? Or simply a new shepherd? Armada. Stillness. You stand completely still, rooted, unable to lift even a hand. Around you, your entire pack is being decomposed into the basic building materials of their physicality: blood, flesh, bone, tendons, sinews, blood. So much blood. It crept upon you like a dark mist, was among you before anyone realized. It began to take form then, something ancient, horrific, alien. A Methuselah, a gangrel, maybe. That ancient, who could ever know? You stand perfectly still, the eye of a bloody storm, as all around you they are decimated one by one, their blood carried on the whirlwind to paint your face crimson. You taste them all. Artyom, Colibri, Gem, Hyacinth, Volark. You feel the bond of your vinculum shatter, the strings to your packmates cut one by one, and then you are utterly, unendingly alone. And that's when it happens. You ask for it. You pray for it. Final death. The storm abates. You desire for the end more strongly than you have ever loved or hated or lusted before. Surely it's coming now. Surely you are next. Surely you will not be left alive on the bloody floor of this charnel house, this abattoir. Take me now, you filthy ancient bastard, you think. Then you feel him slide up to you, envelop you, a primal hunger that could never be sated. It tastes your fear, the blood on your face. You don't even dare look at it. A voice echoes inside your head, several dozen languages in quick succession until it finds one you understand. Go. Tell them. Spread fear like contagion. And then it's gone. And you're alone among the bloody, fleshy, gory detritus that once were your friends, your packmates. You're alone. And to your greatest sorrow, you're alive. And so you open your eyes. The air drifts in through an open window, thick with the earthy scent of sun-baked dust and the smoky aroma of grilled lamb from a nearby street vendor. The quiet town hums softly, distant voices murmur in Arabic, punctuated by laughter and the occasional putter of a motorbike passing below. The last bits of golden light spills from scattered street lamps, casting long shadows into the room. From a neighboring apartment, faint music plays, an old Amasic tune carried on the breeze, while the sweet, subtle fragrance of jasmine mingles with the spice-laced air. You're still in Zaida, in Morocco. What do you do?
Armada is sitting back pressed against the bed frame. The room around her is her apartment, but it's not the apartment it was maybe an hour, 2 hours ago. It's really hard to tell. There's the sound of rushing water in the distance. It's in the bathroom, actually. Crushed porcelain is trailing across the ground to where I am. I'm kind of wet. I'm wearing an old black tank top and women's boxer underwear and nothing else. On the bed is a body covered in blood, no longer breathing, dressed in the uniform of some custodian or housekeeper or something. I can't really remember. Someone who works in this complex. I take another puff of my cigarette. And take the lit end right to my arm and just twist it in once, twice, another time until it's not hot anymore. Toss it aside, get up. The furniture is splintered. There's just piles of wood everywhere. And as I stand up, we see that, in fact, the bed frame is also cracked in half. And I get up and I go over to the window. As I get up too, you can see that there are more of these cigarette burns all across my chest and my legs. And I walk over to the window. And right there, you can see maybe the glimmer of the sun just creeping over the horizon. And I take my finger and I start to trace where it might go. Maybe tonight. Maybe tonight. I throw my curtains open wider. I begin to move away from the window.
The beast inside of you, which has been docile, almost as if it was cowed by what you encountered out there, has been quiet, but with the cigarette burns and with the look of the sun, it stirs a little bit. It fears now for its life. It feels threatened. It feels it is maybe no longer as safe as it once was. Give me a rouse check. Hey Bradley, thanks for that donation of bits, man. Nice to see you again. It's been a while, I feel like. For coming by. Thanks for the bits and the night moves.
Success.
You managed to stamp down on it and keep it down. The blood that you got yesterday from the victim on your bed helps. The phone that's in your room, an old thing with a rotary dial, a black, massive, ancient phone, rings, and it rings like the tolling of some sort of funeral bell as it just echoes throughout your room.
I answer it begrudgingly.
You made quite a mess on your bed.
Oh, what? You wanted some to eat?
No. But you're gonna have to get rid of that.
I'll figure it out. What do you want?
Rooftop. 2 minutes.
Fine. Fucking fine. Hang up the phone. Toss it on the body. Go over and close the curtains. Fucking bitch. Put on a pair of, like, cargo pants, boots. Toss a jacket on. And I catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror. Just... Fuck, what is the point of any of this fucking shit anymore? And I fucking throw a punch into the wall.
You put some vampiric strength behind it, or just...
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You punch the wall, the cheap plaster and wood splinters rips apart. You dig this giant hole right through it. Your arm goes all the way through it. You hear someone scream on the other side, and you pull your arm back. It's covered in dust from the plaster and the wood. Someone's screaming at you in Arabic in the other room.
I apologize. Maybe in Arabic. Maybe I've picked it up. But it's like so fake.
On the rooftop, you can't see him at first. That's normal.
Typical.
Nosferatu, after all. He lets you hang out for a few moments, and then just when it feels like you might leave, you hear the point. Armada. Is that we do as we're told. Because that is who we are. And that is what we do. And if you need more of a point than that, then you're probably in the wrong business.
Oh my god. You're such a fucking kiss ass. Get over it. I'm doing what I'm told.
He moves away from you. As always, he's dressed in these black jeans with a hoodie, and he's got this shitty plastic white mask that he always wears over his face. His name is Ligature, and he represents the Black Hand as far as you're concerned. He's your point of contact with the Black Hand. He's the one who, since you arrived in the war theater of Gehenna, has been transmitting the orders from wherever they come to you. He goes over and he hops on the edge of the roof and he sits down, letting his feet dangle on the other side, and just folds his hands in his lap.
Perch, pretty bird. Are you gonna call for me or what?
You ever take a moment to look at this place?
What?
Around you. How many times have you been out here in your life before you came here for the war?
I mean, what difference does it make? It's a shithole. Everywhere is a fucking shithole.
I don't agree. There's something rudimentary, sure, about this place, but it's kind of... And he looks at you with those blank black eyes from behind his mask. Romantic about it, don't you find?
Sure, bird. Whatever. It's you romantic.
I bet you've never found anything romantic in your life.
Oh, you shut up.
Have you? Give me one thing. Tell me one thing you found romantic in your life. Armada. And I'll get to the point. I mean, the sun's gonna come up at some point.
You scared? Aren't you here to tell me what you want to tell me?
And he looks
Get
at
away
you
from
again
me
with
or
that.
the sun?
Looks at you again. He looks at you again with that blank face.
Say that again. What?
He looks at you again with that blank face. Quebec City, Canada. Ever heard of it?
Yeah, I fucking heard of Quebec City in Canada. Fucking moron.
That's where you're headed. We're gonna get you away from this place a little bit.
Wait, I'm sorry, what? Why?
Because we need you there. There's something you need to do there for us.
But what about here?
Yeah, you've been doing a bang-up job here so far. I'm sure we'll manage.
Well, fuck you.
Hey. You need to get away
Tweet.
from this place for a bit.
I fucking don't. I need to get the fuck back out there is what I need.
Well, thankfully, that's not your decision to make.
Oh, fuck.
Look, this isn't a fucking goose chase. There's a reason why they want someone out there. The Cardinal there and all the elders have disappeared, and I don't mean disappeared like they've been called out here. I mean they've vanished into thin air, and someone somewhere would like some answers.
Okay, but why me?
Because right now you're as useless as tits on a board to us here.
Oh, fuck you. I'm not useless.
Something broke, Armada, and I understand what you went through.
No, you don't. No, you fucking don't. You'll never fucking understand what I went through.
Won't I? What do you know about me?
No, you fucking won't.
You know nothing about me. But that doesn't matter. The point is this. Something's changed. And we need you to find your way back. And there are people who believe that your way back goes through Quebec City.
Yeah, fucking Canada, fucking happy land. That's where I'm gonna get my fucking chops back, is in Canada. That's fucking hilarious. Fuck. I'm just gonna fucking kick something. I don't know if this roof has like a lip on it. I'm fucking putting my foot fucking right through it. Fuck.
Feel better?
No.
This is the kind of thing, Armada, where I know that at some point the discussion in the room was, is she more useful to us going out there, or is she more useful to us dead feeding some younger pup? So maybe, just maybe, this is the lesser of two shitstorms.
I'm still waiting for something to fucking kill me. It hasn't happened yet.
Well, he kind of stands up and brushes the dust off his pants. You're probably not going to find that out there, but do a good job. They'll probably want you back here. And if I know one thing, is that there are more than enough things to fucking kill you out here. Because this here is the end of the fucking world. And right now, we're just the band on the goddamn fucking Titanic, playing away while the boat sinks and everyone's running for the exits that don't exist. So, the iceberg will be here waiting whenever you're ready to come back.
Whatever. You know, it's all just a song and dance. I'll go anyway.
I know. And that's why you're a good soldier. And that's why you'll get to come back here. And for what it's worth, I hope you don't die. And he fades from view, leaving you alone on the rooftop.
Not so quickly.
You hear a voice behind you. What is it?
Ophelia. What's her name?
We don't know anything more. Oh.
Oh.
Guess I'm not the only one who wears a mask.
Fuck you.
And you get the feeling that you're alone. And as you stare out from the rooftop across the city, the North African city of Zaida, the sun and the sand, the warmth and the laughter turns to snow, cold and silence as you stand at the window of a hotel room in Quebec City, looking out at the snow-blanketed neighborhood around you. The blizzard was raging when you arrived, and it's still going. The city feels like it's dead. There's nothing moving, there's barely any light. Just a curtain of white in front of your eyes as you stare out. The phone in the room rings.
I let it ring a little bit. I wait till it's like just almost too long, and then I answer it.
Yes, is this Armada?
We.
Fuck, that's like the third room I try. Jesus fucking Christ, they don't even give me the right fucking phone number. My name's Loic, I'm downstairs. I'm here to, well, I guess, give you a taxi cab ride.
Great. I'll be right down.
I'm in the lobby. You can't miss me. I'm the only one down here.
Great. I hang up the phone. And, I wait a little bit. Just a little bit. Just until it's like almost too long to be waiting. And then I go.
You walk downstairs. Walk out into the lobby. It is indeed very quiet. There's one person behind the counter busy on the computer, and waiting for you in the main area you see this tall, very thin man dressed in a mesh shirt under his leather jacket. He's got cut off gloves, and he looks a little bit like an over the hill goth.
Incredible.
Hi. He comes over, bends a hand.
Hey. I accept it.
He looks around. I hear that you were out in the North Africa. Is it as bad as they say down there?
Oh. It's beautiful. The weather is warm. It's, you know, tragically always raining blood, but, you know, just bring an umbrella.
I don't plan on going there at all. Let me tell you. It sounds like a fucking shithole. I mean, everyone's fucking getting eaten out there. At least, what they tell us.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Tabarnak. I'm not gonna go there, you can be fucking sure. Alright, this place sucks enough as it is. You wanna get going?
Yeah, I guess. What's the deal?
Alright, come on. We'll talk on the way, and as he guides you outside to this massive pickup truck with these huge snow tires with chains on, You climb aboard and he starts it up. Sisters of Mercy, come on. It's been a real shit show. I think there's maybe only me and like 6 other of us in here, man. Everyone's gone. I mean, at first everyone was fucking off to the Middle East there to fucking fight the elders, and well, none of them fucking came back. And then the elders, they started going one after the other. And now there's just like a couple of us.
Yeah, that's what we've been doing this whole thing for so long.
Well, I heard about you. You got a reputation. I guess maybe you're what they call a zealot. Maybe you believe in the cause a lot.
I mean, yeah, like, this is what we're all fucking working for. What?
God, yeah, that's what we're all working for, of course.
Can you fucking elaborate?
Look the fuck around you, Stacy. There's nothing left. There's nobody left. Everyone got fucking eaten. Everyone that went out there is fucking gone. The elders are gone. Anyone who's still running around here, they're just fucking running around, Stacy, willy-nilly like chicken without the heads. No one's fucking hanging out with anybody. No, it's finished. It's finished. Literally, whatever the fuck they had us preparing for came and fucking broke everyone apart. And now we're just like bunch of little flies just flying left, right, and center. And we don't even have anything anymore.
Well, I think the dumbest thing was that we all should have been there. I think, you know, putting more people out there would have more of an upper hand for us. I mean, what the fuck are you guys still doing out here? Yeah,
sure. Let's fucking feed them even more so they grow even fucking stronger. Hey, look, man. Fucking 15 years ago, I was just out here hanging out in fucking goth bars and having a good time, and then I get bitten, and then next thing you know, I'm here, and what the fuck you want me to do out there, man? I can barely fucking feed myself. That's fucking bullshit. You okay, yeah, you, I heard about you. You got a reputation, you're fucking big and strong and whatnot, man. The rest of us, we're just little flies.
Great. I'm fucking being driven around by a fucking sad fucking... What are you, defector or something? Why are you my pickup?
Because I'm the only fucking one in town who still has a fucking vehicle that can drive in this bullshit. And let me tell you what, I am gonna fucking take your ass out there to the fucking club. I am gonna dump you off in front, and I am gonna fuck off, and you will never have to worry about me again.
I'd like to activate Arms of Armand on this fucker.
Okay. He is driving.
That's okay.
All right. You, do you need to do a Rouse check for that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Fail.
Do you take a hunger?
Good. I like it.
You like it. You activate Arms of Ahriman. So what do you want them to do? These, so first of all, you're gonna make a intelligence plus occult roll. You're gonna roll, so the way the system works now, you're gonna roll 1d10, which is a regular dice. Now you're gonna roll 2 hunger dice. And you're gonna add your mental and your occult. You're gonna add your mental to the roll, and you're gonna add 1 for your occult.
Add mental, and please bear with me while I'm...
No problem. And then you tell me if you get a 10 on one of the red die, or one of the...
Yeah. Is it easier to use a regular number die, or...
Yeah, I would just use a regular number die. Okay. Just different color than your 1d10.
Oh, I mean, I have different colors. That's not really the problem. Fuck, isn't there? Okay. So, well, the regular was a 9.
That's 14,
I got
15.
A 6.
And on the hunger die? On the hunger dice?
Hunger die, I have 1 fail, 1 10.
1 fail and 1 10. So you have yourself a messy critical on your hands.
Like it's not a skull. I'm sorry. It's just a blank. Sorry, it's a blank and a crit.
Yeah, but you got a 10, right?
Yeah, but I got a 10. Yeah. Okay, cool.
So that gives you a messy critical. Now, would you like to spend a 9 move to negate the messy critical, or do you want to go with it?
Well, I'm not a guest here, so I think I'll use a night move for that.
Okay. It becomes just a success. You get a couple of arms of tendrils of darkness that slip out from under the seat. What would you like them to do?
Well, I'm gonna have one steady the wheel because I'm not like fucking trying to, crash a car. But I am gonna fucking use one to restrain this motherfucker.
Calice de tabarnak.
Shut the fuck up.
What the fuck, Asti? I'm just trying to fucking give you a lift.
Yeah, give me a lift, but don't fucking talk down to me like I'm a fucking idiot. Like I don't fucking see what's going on. Yeah, I still believe in the fucking cause, but that doesn't mean that, like, it's fucking over.
Are you so fucking sure about that?
I'm not fucking sure about anything, man. I got sent out of that fucking place to fucking Canada. Why the fuck am I here? I have no fucking clue.
He looks at you. He looks like he's about to say something, but he bites down and doesn't say anything more. He lets go of the gas, and the truck slows down and stops, like in the middle of the road. All right. You made your fucking point. Can we go?
Be nice. Fine. I retract.
He looks at you a little differently. He's clearly kind of unsettled and realizes he kind of pushed a little too far, but he puts the truck back in gear, starts moving forward. Eventually, you arrive and pull up at this massive club in the downtown area. It looks like it's got several floors. And as you approach it, you see on the outside wall a bunch of neon signs that are still on and kind of flickering. The bar is called Le Dagobert, and as you pull up, your guide is saying, "This is the place. Used to be owned by a Lasombra, a guy called Felix Gray. I think he went to Guyana. He disappeared when he went out there, and he didn't come back. And then after that, the Tremere elder, Mosaic, took it over. She turned it into this fucked up wild sex club. Cops tried to shut it down several times, but they gave up. Someone put some pressure on them. I don't know, but her and the other two, the Cardinal, Anabelle Vadeboncoeur, and Larsen, the Bruja, started hanging out here all the time. More and more as the elders fled and disappeared. We saw less and less of them. They were removing themselves from their duties, just hiding out here all night. When everything started falling apart around us and everyone was out there getting eaten out in the fucking Middle East, they just kept disappearing. A couple of weeks ago, the three of them were in the club. Sometime after midnight, people started running out of the place. People were sick, ill, people were throwing up everywhere. They were just falling all over themselves trying to get out of the place. And there's still a couple dozen people missing that no one ever found. No one knows what happened. We never saw the Cardinal or the other two elders again. The cops just came up and boarded the place up. Someone tried to set fire to it, but it didn't take, and it's just been sitting there for a few weeks now. No sign of the elders, no sign of anybody else.
So, above table, is this place operating?
No, not at all. It's boarded up.
No, it's boarded up. Okay. We said nightclub, so I was immediately thinking operating.
No, it was a nightclub, but yeah, it's absolutely
right.
Closed.
Yeah. Okay.
Oddly enough, as I said, the the neon signs are still kind of on and blinking.
Yeah, I think that's where I got lost. Okay. So this is just the last place that they were known to be?
The last place we know they were here. They never came out. We never saw them again.
Great. Have you looked around here?
Fuck no. I'm not fucking crazy. Man, I want nothing to do with any of this fucking shit. Like, this is fucked up. I don't know what they were doing in there, and I don't know what happened, but it's fucked up. And with everything else that's going on, man, I want fucking no part of this.
You know you're a bitch, right?
Yeah, well, you know. It is what it is. At least I'm gonna fucking still be alive when, you know, the rest of you are all sitting in the belly of some whatever thing out in the fucking North Africa.
Great. I just wanted to know that you knew you were a bitch. I just want to make sure you knew that. Okay, great. I walk into this fucking building.
I can, if you want,
Yes?
Never mind.
What? Fucking speak.
That ring in your lip. You
What
put
about
that
it?
on every night.
Yeah?
I can fix that for
Why?
you so you don't have to.
What, you think I want it to be permanent?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
No, it's great. Do it for all of my face jewelry. Every night I take them out because if I sleep with them in, they pop out and shoot around the room. One time I found a ball from one of my eyebrow bars up my nose, except I found it like 3 days later. It was really exciting. But the best part is when I wake up at night, I love to just take the metal and fucking push it through my fucking lip. I like to see what happens. I like to see the metal press through my flesh. I love it.
Yeah, okay.
Every night.
And they say that I'm fucked up.
Hardly.
Hey, good luck in there. Was nice knowing you.
Yeah, whatever. Walk away.
The truck stays there for a little bit as you approach the building, looking for a way to enter. Meanwhile, inside. Stacy. You've made your way inside the club. It's got 7 floors. It's pretty much, from what you can see, pretty standard nightclub. Except for a few things. As you're moving through the various floors, you notice that there's evidence that people were very sick here. There's dried vomit everywhere. Kind of a mess. It looks like there was a bit of a stampede to get out. Things are knocked over, broken. And the strangest thing of all is that almost everywhere you go, the walls look and feel like they're sweating blood. There's dark, sticky, blood-like liquid that's staining almost every inch of wall. The inside of the club feels warm and moist, like you're inside someone's mouth. And there's a Faint smell of lilac that's permeating the air. I would need you first off to make a rouse check. You are muted.
Passed it.
The stuff on the walls doesn't smell like blood. It just kind of looks like it. And it's not everywhere, but it's most surfaces. And the strange thing is that it doesn't seem to be pooling on the floor. It just sort of drips down the walls, and then it's almost as if it disappears when it reaches the line of the floor. As you're standing there, taking all of this in, can you give us an idea a little bit of what you look like and what's going through your mind?
Yeah, Sifa, or Stacy, as he prefers it now, he tries to look unassuming. He's just a tattered jacket, simple jeans, heavy boots because he's always stomping around in something, and tonight's no different. And he keeps his glasses on just in case, honestly, but if he did take them off, you could see just this look of exhaustion, that he's tired. He's been doing this for a very long time, and he can almost play it out as if he's seen this movie before, and it shows in his eyes. He squats down to the base of the wall after noticing the wall sweating, noticing that it's not pulling, and he gets real close to it, and he takes a large whiff just to kind of see if he can feel anything. Kind of just sits there for a second listening, as if something is supposed to pop out at him. I think it's probably the first moment of quiet he's had in a couple nights.
The place feels off. It feels really wrong, like something's kind of unnatural and strange about it. You don't feel comfortable at all in here. You can tell that there are a few more floors going up. You're making your way up to what would be the 7th floor when you hear outside a very loud rumbling, like some kind of truck maybe. You find a window. It's broken and there's snow and wind sort of coming in, but you manage to peek out. You see outside this massive Dodge Ram with giant wheels and the whole 9 yards, and at some point the door opens and a woman steps out of the side door and comes out and walks towards the club. Clearly kindred. Looks like she's trying to find a way inside.
This is going to be interesting. Stacy makes his way down to where it's the floor right before the entrance, and he kind of like reaches his arm behind his back and he takes out this, it looks like a wooden club that has shark's tooths embedded in it. And he just kind of stands, keeping an eye where that simple entrance is, because it's the same entrance that he walked in, to see if this person finds it. And just honestly, he pops a squat. He sits and he waits.
Outside the building, Armada, give me a You're gonna give me an intelligence plus larceny check. You don't have larceny, so you're gonna roll a d10. You're gonna add your mental, which is 5, and you're gonna roll 2 dice for your hunger.
I once again have received a success on or a 10 on my hunger die and a 1 on the d10. So.
And a 1 on the d10. All right.
Yeah.
You want to spend another night move?
No, I think this is a good time for it.
Okay. You continue walking around the building, trying to find a way to get inside. As you're kind of trying to see if if it would be feasible to rip out some of the boardings and just, break through the door or something like that. You hear, now let me ask you a question. Does your character speak French? You get to decide.
Honestly, I think she can. Like, I think she's been around long enough and perhaps has been, like, in France before. Like, so I think, yeah. I don't think she...
Thank you so much,
she doesn't
Bradley.
care about shit.
Bradley handing out the bits and the night moves tonight. You're going to be okay. Jeez, thanks, man. You are about to start ripping through one of the side doors when you hear from behind you in French, and that discussion is going to take place in French, but we'll universally use a universal translator for the audience here. You hear,
yeah, of course.
You can't go in there. No squatters. Come on, get the fuck out.
Can I help you?
You turn around and you see 2 police officers approaching. They're not super threatening. They don't have hands or guns or anything. They've got flashlights up, and you can tell that there are squad cars parked in the back. Ian, you see all of this kind of going down. You see her attempting to break in. You see the 2 cops kind of approaching. And the 2 cops are like, look, it's too dangerous in there. There was a fire. You can't go in there. Just, if you need a shelter, there's one like 3 streets up that way. We can take you if you want.
No, I gotta go in there. I lost something in there before the fire. I'm trying to recover it.
Okay, you can't go in there. Like, go by the station tomorrow and file a report with the arson division that's investigating this. That's the best you can do. Come on, we'll take you
above table.
Yeah.
Is it just these cops around?
Yeah, you just see those 2. There's like a blizzard going on, so they got like the jackets and the mufflers and the fucking things on.
Oh, so the witnesses are low.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I would like to use those Arms of Amran again.
Give me a rouse check.
Okay. Success.
All right. Make your roll. So it's going to be your mental plus your occult. So you're going to roll a d10, add your mental, add 1 for occult, and then roll 2 hunger dice. Ian, what are you doing while this is happening? Hey, Dro. Thanks, man. Happy birthday, bro.
I think in this moment, Stacy tries to get closer without making himself known, just in case if this does go a direction he hope he doesn't. But he's still kind of watching.
Just add the number, so 14 is an appropriate response.
Excellent.
Plus
so
a success on hunger.
Okay, so the hunger
Not
dice only
10.
matter if it returns a 1 or a 10. Otherwise, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you. We're learning.
Yeah, no problem. So you summon 3 tentacles. So tell me what you have them do and describe to me what happens with them.
Oh, effectively, I am like smirking at these 2 cops, and I summon 2 behind them that I would like to wrap around their necks and like collide their heads towards each other at full force. The 3rd one just summoned at standby.
Okay, so you're going to make a roll then that is going to be your physical plus you have combat, so you're gonna add a 1 to that roll. So roll your d10. You don't roll your hunger dice on this because this is your tentacles and not you that's doing this. You're gonna roll just a d10. You're gonna add 7 plus 1 for your combat. So you're gonna add 8.
16.
All right, 16 is pretty excellent. So Ian, you watch as these 2 tentacles rise out of darkness behind these 2 cops, and they do this weird thing where they kind of encircle the neck of one and then continue and reach out for the other, and they both do that, and then they kind of squeeze together, and the 2 cops, their heads smash one against the other. One of them kind of has the reflex to go for his gun, but the 2 of them crumple down to the ground, knocked out, because 16 is a lot.
Oh, fuck. When he sees that, Stacy kind of like, he rushes, but he goes around the back entrance that he came in from the building to the other side, and kind of like, it doesn't sneak up behind them, but he stands behind them and he goes, "Really?"
Do I hear them
you hear that
crushing through the snow?
Yeah, you hear someone approaching.
I think I've turned around as soon as I heard snow in the distance. Like, I'm already facing you. Hi.
Evening.
Can I help you? Do you also want to stop me from getting into this building, or?
Listen, it's already been a long night as is, and I really don't care what it is that you're looking for. Can you find your meal somewhere else?
My meal? Oh, I'm not looking for food. Don't worry. I'm trying to get inside the building.
For what?
For what? Do I need to explain everything to you?
No, you could just answer that one.
No, I won't. Who the fuck are you?
Who are you?
My name's Armada.
Stacy.
Wonderful. I'm so glad that we're on first name basis. Yeah, so I'm gonna get in. I'm going to use my tentacles, by the way. I'd like to, like, I don't know if there are bushes nearby, but I'd like to pull the bodies, like, just like smearing blood across the snow top behind me as this conversation is going on.
The tentacles are going to last for the scene, so you still have them. They start dragging them out like into like a snowbank and start piling snow for them.
Okay. Yeah, once you're finished, if you're trying to get in, there's a better way around the back. Like most things.
Finally, someone accommodating.
Okay. What are you doing here?
I'm trying to get in the building.
Yeah, and I'm providing you that option. For what reason?
There's missing people, and I'm looking into it. And apparently they were here.
There's no people in there.
Okay, and they disappeared there. So I'm trying to figure out why.
Listen, if you're gonna play the Boxcar Kids favor, you can go do that somewhere else. This is probably not your speed.
What the fuck does that supposed to mean?
You don't read?
No, I just don't fucking know what the Boxcar Kids have to fucking do with any of this shit.
They used to solve so you don't read. All right, that's fine. Sure, you can go in and look for the people. It's somebody who, you gave your number to and they pissed you off, stole your phone.
No, I don't have to fucking talk to you. I'm just gonna try and push past you or like go around you. Like, I'm walking. Crunch, crunch, crunch goes the snow.
It follows behind. It's right over there. It's a door.
Are you trying to come in too?
I was in here. before you decided to go all Ursula on 2 people.
They were trying to stop me from getting in.
They were doing their job, like most people.
Okay, yeah, and they can cry about it too. What were you doing in here?
My job.
What's your job?
Do I have to answer every one of your questions?
If you're going to try and like pull answers from me, then I suppose so.
As for one answer, you gave it to me.
I told you I'm investigating people who went missing in this building.
Uh-huh. Well, there's a door. You can take it if you want.
Yeah, I'm in. Fucking Jesus fucking Christ.
You walk into the club, and the same thing as I was describing earlier, you get that scent of lilac that's kind of wafting around, and you can clearly see, like I said, that there's signs of people having been ill, some kind of stampede to get out, as you know, things are broken, etc., etc. And as you walk further into the club, you're also seeing that strange kind of dark reddish liquid that's dripping down the walls.
Touch it. The liquid.
It's sticky. It's very much like blood, but it doesn't smell like blood, and but it does have the same consistency and the same coloring and the same kind of feel to it.
Bleak, while Armada's doing this, Stacy's kind of lagging behind. I'd like to sense their aura.
All right, go for it. Thanks, Patrick. Thanks, everyone. You're all so amazing tonight. Jesus. So many donations, so many bits moving in, and so many subscriptions. You guys are amazing. Really, like, big love for all of you. Thank you so much. Do you have to make a rouse check for that, Ian?
I don't, not for this one.
I'm going to actually hold on for that for a second. So you're going to, I believe, roll an intelligence plus occult.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll intelligence plus mental plus insight, actually.
Mental plus insight. Okay, solid.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2d10s, you want the number.
Yeah, so you're going to roll a regular d10 and then a hunger die d10. I only need to know the hunger die if it's a 1 or a 10. And then you tell me the number of your regular d10, and you're going to add 5 for your mental and plus 1 for your insight.
So it's 11 total for the mental and insight, and I did get a 10 on my hunger die.
You got a 10 on your hunger die, which means that it's going to be a messy critical. Would you like to spend a night move, which you have plenty of? I think you're sitting at 10 night moves right now to avoid the messy critical, or do you want to? Okay.
Well, so you know what? Yeah. I'll spend the night move. We'll keep it light.
Okay. A very important question that I have for you, Armada.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever committed diablerie?
Yeah.
What would you say is Armada's current emotional state?
Fucking pissed off. Like, I'm literally seconds away from blowing my fucking top again.
So you see a lot of red in the aura, and beneath it you see streaks of black. Now there are 2 different levels of streaks of black. You're seeing at the base of the aura this kind of like wave-like, almost tentacle-like striations of black, which you know denotes someone who's touched the void. But beyond that, there is a dark outline to the entirety of the aura, which you know means someone who has committed diablerie.
You new in town?
Something like it. Are you old in town?
Something like it.
Cute. I love parrots. What's this shit made of? I like draw letters in it.
I don't know. Stop blood though. And I'm sure you can smell that.
Duh.
And
What are you looking into here?
I'm looking for somebody.
Missing people. So many of them. At least 3.
Yeah.
You know anything about that I don't know?
I don't know who you're fucking looking for, Ursula.
I'll give a name if you give a name.
No.
Oh? No?
I don't know you.
I don't know you either, but obviously we're looking for people here. Obviously we're both kindred. So obviously they might be the same people.
Mm-hmm. Where'd you come in from?
Morocco.
So why did you come here? Snow sucks.
I fucking don't know, but apparently it's looking for these fucking people.
You get angry like that often?
Huh. I'm always angry.
What happened to the last person you got mad at?
Did you see the cops?
You stink, Ursula, and I don't like that.
Thank you. Very kind to say to a lady.
Second part's questionable.
Okay. I
you
figured
looking
North
for?
America they were a little bit more kind to that thing. I'm sorry.
So who are you looking for?
Are you going to say a name when I say a name, or are we gonna play fucking dance around the hat? What do you want?
I got my tap shoes on, Ursula. Say a name.
Oh my god, incredible. Freaking Anabelle.
Vadeboncoeur.
Can you say the last name, Blake?
Vadeboncoeur.
That one, I said out loud.
It's only French.
Yeah.
We.
The Cardinal that disappeared.
Oh, you know them. Your turn.
I'm looking for the same person.
Oh, the same person. Intriguing.
Is it?
That just tickles me. Yeah. How are you looking for them? What's your reason?
It's my job.
What's your job? What's your job?
I clean up messes.
You clean up messes. Okay, so what are you? Anarch, Camarillo, what's your deal?
Yeah, I work for the camp.
Oh, intriguing. Sabbat, pleasure to meet you.
You can smell that from here.
Well, I wasn't exactly hiding it, but, you know, formalities are a thing.
Mm.
Can I taste this shit, Blake?
Do you?
I kind of want to. Unless it would be ill-advised from somebody in the room with me.
Oh, no. Do what you want to, Ursula. You're going to anyway.
I will. Yeah, I taste it.
I'm also very interested in what's going to happen.
You taste it. It does have faint taste of blood, but kind of like almond milk or oat milk tastes like milk.
Oh.
In that it feels like diluted. The texture of it, though, is right spot on. As you put it on your tongue, you feel it spread out. Like you're trying to swallow it, but it just kind of spreads out. It just coats your tongue. And then when you kind of figure that it's reached as much surface area as it can for the amount that you took, it slowly starts to creep back down your tongue and down your throat, almost as if it's alive.
What the fuck is this?
As you get the full measure of its taste, you get the strangest sense. You're taken back to a little bit of time after you had been turned, after your sire had embraced you, when you were really in the midst of the intense part of your training. He was teaching you about the power that you share as a Lasombra, the power of oblivion. He was teaching you how to reach that little parcel of it that's yours, that little oubliette, that little niche of it that is where you draw your power from. And the first time you tapped into it, the first time you managed to reach out and touch the void of oblivion, all your senses were enveloped by it. It was literally as if this darkness that you had reached out and touched had suddenly manifested, and you could feel it on your fingers and your skin. You saw nothing. It was completely dark. It had a smell. It had a sound, like the sound of an empty cell echoing. And as it invaded every part of you and invaded your mouth, that taste of it was like this.
Oh. I think you watch Armada's body language shift from more honestly, her body language is kind of interesting to describe. It's almost like cool if cool were on fire, but it kind of almost straightens up as this feeling coats her tongue and drives itself down the back of her throat. And she kind of is quiet, which is obviously weird.
Do you make a face? Do you scrunch your face?
She's kind of deadpan, honestly.
I think that's enough for Stacy to notice a change, and he's gonna do. Just to kind of like get it, he's gonna share the senses. He wants to know everything that, like you described, Blake. That's what he's looking for.
Oh yeah.
There's chalky.
It's oblivion. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is going on here?
That's what it looks like. The both of us are here to find out.
Are you from here?
I hate the snow.
You were sent here.
Yeah.
Huh.
I was in Detroit for a little bit. Before that, all sorts of places. I'm an island boy myself.
I'm gonna be honest. You're a cami, so I was probably just going to fucking beat your shit in, but you're interesting.
Correction, Ursula. I work for the cam.
Oh. You work for the cam. What,
Yeah.
are you, like, not identifying with your leash?
Leash is a good way to put it. It's been a struggle recently.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Oh, and you love your job.
I loved my job. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here, but yeah, I love my job.
Yeah, so it looks like we're in the same fucking boat there, Ursula. So how about you save some of that shit for yourself?
You fucking just call me Armada? That's my fucking name.
No, I like the way your eyebrow twitches when I do it.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. So, Armada, who sent you here?
Sabbat, Black Hand.
Great. What does the Black Hand want?
You know, I don't know. I'll be honest. We have bigger problems out in the fucking Middle East. But they sent me out here because, I don't know, they want to know where these fuckers are.
So the Black Hand sent you from Morocco to Canada.
Yeah. It sounds fucking ridiculous, and I know it's ridiculous. I don't fucking get it, yet here I am in fucking Canada.
What did you do?
In the snow.
What did you do? What did you do?
What did I do? What do you mean, what did I do?
What did you do?
Don't fucking ask what I did. What do you mean, what I did? I didn't do anything.
So you mean to tell me you get sent from where the front line is all the way to beautiful, snowy Montreal, and you didn't fucking do something?
You shut the fuck up. You want your fucking head bashed in because I'm fucking 3 seconds from it.
1.
I swear to God, I'm doing it. I'm fucking summoning my fucking arms again. I don't give a fuck.
Give me a rouse check.
Success.
Give me give me a mental plus occult. Ian, are you doing anything?
Toughness. I'm gonna use my fortitude to subtract any damage. I'll take it though.
Hey, Starcrawl RPG, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you for coming in. We really appreciate that. We're playing some Vampire the Masquerade tonight. Fair warning, we do have a mature content warning up there. So, you decide for yourself if you want to watch this or not. We hope you'll stick around with us. And we hope that you had a wonderful, wonderful stream. Thank you so much for coming in. I don't know if you know anything about Vampire, but these two are from separate sides of the alley right now, with Rachel playing a Sabbat member and Ian playing a Camarilla member, and they've just met in a club, and they're both on the same mission. So it took a while, but Ian finally got Rachel to blow her top, so now we got some action going on. What did you get on your
what am I adding to it? I got a 3 on the die.
You got a 3 on the die, so you're gonna add your mental,
right?
And you're gonna add +1 for your occult.
9.
You reach out to into the dark. Now, I will give you the opportunity if you want. You can spend a willpower and re-roll your die if you want.
Can I use my abundance of night moves to do something similar?
Unfortunately, night moves don't allow you rolls. That's what the willpower is for, and it's great when people run out of willpower, so I'm going to keep them. I'm going to keep them as they are.
I'm very wealthy. I ask again, how often does willpower refresh for these?
Not very often.
It's giving a no. No, I'm fine.
Okay. You reach out and you feel this strange thing as you're reaching out for that place you reach out to in the void to summon these tentacles, it feels like it's distant. The best way to kind of describe it is kind of like, it feels long distance. It feels like, like a voice coming underwater. There's something between you and it that's preventing you from reaching it. It's as if your little parcel of void, your little oubliette, is kind of nestled now within something else that's preventing you from fully reaching out, or like you can touch it, but you're having a lot of difficulty kind of getting through. And you realize very quickly that you're not going to be able to pull them. Now, this would anger the living hell out of you, and you're already pretty angry. So I'm going to ask you to make another rouse check, just to see if this rouses your beast.
Fail.
All right, you take another hunger, as your beast does not like this, and the beast doesn't like that you're about to look stupid in front of this guy, and so it's inside of you, and it's raging, and it's starting to push around, and it's trying to get you to lose it. You manage. You're not frenzying or anything. You're still kind of in control, but you're definitely feeling a lot of anger and feeling a lot of. Is that embarrassment?
No. Not embarrassment.
You see her straining and struggling, Ian, and you kind of brace yourself for the worst, but then nothing happens.
What the fuck? What the fuck is this place?
Something in the walls. Something messing with things.
I think, like, what you saw was her, like, literally, like, clawed hands trying to, like, lift the tentacles out of the ground, but when it wasn't happening, there was, like, a shaky moment of, like, a push again, and it's, like, not fucking happening, and then she just can't even look at you. And when she says that last line, she's, like, looking at the walls. Fuck.
Yeah.
And as you turn around... Sorry, go ahead. No, please go ahead.
So, I guess noticing that moment, like, everyone's had that moment... Stacy kind of walks over to you and he says this in Samoan, and he goes, "You're dumb, but you're useful."
The fuck you just say to me?
He says it again to you in English.
I'm gonna slap him. I don't need tentacles to do that shit. I'm gonna fucking punch him across the fucking face.
You try to avoid it? Take it?
No, yeah. And then, like, after that, he goes, "Nice. There it is. We could probably help each other."
That's when you see over her shoulder, Ian, a sign that indicates the security offices.
We can start over there.
I think she's silent as she walks over.
That's fine.
You
shut up.
You find your way into the security offices. You open them. They're pretty small, pretty cramped. You see a couple of computers with a number of video cameras, or monitors rather. I'm going to ask one of you to, whichever one kind of feels like giving it a go, but I'll need one of you to give me a mental plus larceny roll.
I got you, friend.
Go for it.
Okay. So, does it change if it's something that you have a pip in?
Yeah, you add an additional +1 to the roll.
Additional +1. Heard.
Yeah, so you're going to do your D10 plus your mental plus another 1, and you have to roll a hunger die because you're at 1 hunger.
Heard. Hunger die is a 5 in total. That is a 10 for the larceny mental.
So just on the nose, you managed to pull up the last video recordings after you boot everything back up. As the security video rolls and you watch things unfurl on the screens, you see layers upon layers of human debauchery. Things in the club begin simply enough. A packed dance club. Humans sweating, drinking, dancing. 7 floors of drunkenness and barely repressed sexual desire. But the top 2 floors are where the real business is at. Nothing stands out too much. On floor 6, you see on the cameras several instruments and machines dedicated to S&M sex. There are crosses, paddling benches, there's a cage. It's made up to look like a Louis XIV era salon with all these black wood and metal contraptions kind of littered throughout the space, and people using them, and some people just sitting on divans and drinking champagne or wine or whatever drinks that tickled their fancy. The humans here are like full in. You can see every permutation of sexual activity ever devised on display. On floor 7, it looks to be more of a private club. The walls are painted black, the place is lit with garish neon. Everyone is in formal attire, black suits and dresses. They're all wearing masquerade masks, and it's all a little fake. It's garish, it's cheap, it's a pale imitation of like Eyes Wide Shut. You realize as you're watching this that this is for Joe Public, wanting to pretend like he's involved in something dark, edgy, and sexy, but it's the equivalent of a tourist trap. No real devotee of underground sex trade would be caught dead here. It's all just a put on to attract suburban couples looking for a few thrills while the kids are at grandma's. Until midnight arrives. At almost exactly midnight, you spot a figure in red moving among the patrons. The figure is disturbing. It doesn't fit in. It seems wholly cut out from a different nightmare, a real one. It moves through the crowd, and as it does, people are starting to act differently. They appear disturbed at first, but then they become increasingly debauched. At the same time, the videos from the floors downstairs show people starting to become ill, throwing up, running for the doors. Upstairs, the debauchery continues. It's turning fraught and rough. The clients seem to be overtaken by violent delights. The figure keeps moving among them. By now, downstairs, the place is emptied, and you see a solitary figure, a woman in blue with long red hair, moving through the club. Moving slowly up the floors. From an inner chamber on the 7th floor, you see a doors open and you see 2 of the missing elders appear on camera. Larsen the Bruja and Mosaic the Tremere. They come out. They seem alarmed, kind of curious as to what's going on. The figure in red moves to them. As it does, the people on that floor begin to fall catatonic on the floor wherever they were. Many mid-sex act, others in more dire position. If you stop the video and count, you notice there are 26 of them. The figure in red speaks to the elders until the woman in blue appears. They kneel to her, and then they all turn their backs and go back inside the inner chamber and close the doors, all except the figure in red. The figure in red moves to the nearest camera. It looks right into it. Right at you. It turns and cuts one of the humans who's there nearby. It draws blood, and it starts writing on the wall. In full view of the camera. And soon enough, what you see written on the wall in blood is Armada. Let's play, with a couple of bleeding hearts and an arrow through them. After it's done writing, the figure turns and looks at the camera again, cocks its head. Armada. You get a shiver down your spine, and you get a sense of mirth coming from the figure as it looks straight at you through the camera. And then the figure in red turns back towards the inner chamber, opens the door, steps through, and then closes the doors again. And those doors are never opened again at all on the video.
You want to explain that?
That's your first thought? What do you fucking mean, do I want to explain that? I have no fucking
Isn't
clue.
that your name?
Yeah, that's my fucking name. I don't know why it's on the wall.
Who is that? Why do they know you?
I don't
Who's that
know
lady?
Who that is. Oh my god, I don't know who that is.
They know you.
Well, you think? Apparently.
This all brings me back to my previous question, Ursula. What did you do? Because they know, or they at least want you to do it again. So, how about a game? 21 questions. I'll give you the first one. What the fuck is that?
Ha 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 ha. Yeah, a game. What about all the other shit? This is not a fucking game.
That's a specific call out. They knew you were gonna come here. You were sent.
I don't know. I don't fucking know. What?
Who do you report to? Who sent you? They knew you were coming. You were sent here.
I don't know. I was sent here to investigate missing people, man. I got little information, okay? My fucking pack went down to a Methuselah, and I watched it happen, and I survived. And it fucking I'm fucking turned up like a fucking blender on the inside because I don't fucking know what to do with all of that, okay?
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck this is. I've never been here. I don't want to be here. I want to be there. That's it.
Thank you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Look, I'm just as confused as you are, but that is a specific call out. They didn't call my name. They wrote yours. In blood, no less. So now what?
Yeah, isn't that what we fucking kindred do? We write shit in blood.
Did that feel like a kindred to you?
I just fucking, they do it all the time back in fucking the Middle East. It's like whatever.
What the fuck are you guys doing over? Anyway, whatever. I really, honestly, I really don't care. This war can kiss my ass. I'm here to do a job. We need to figure out who those people were.
The fuck is this fucking? The fuck is this fucking shit?
I'd like to make a
rear back to punch a fucking monitor.
Whoa. Just fucking hold your horses. Jeez, the fuck. I'm gonna make a phone call. Don't wreck the place. Okay, thank you. Okay, it's fine. Kind of like step away and still kind of looking at Armada. I'm gonna call Royce or contact somebody who can get me to Royce.
You have a direct number. Phone.
Solid.
Rings a few times, and then any good news?
Maybe. I have some footage that you might want to see. Maybe something that you can answer. It's real confusing. But I may have gotten some insight in what happened here. Yeah. Oh, also, my sister showed up, and it's not looking too good.
So our information was correct.
Potentially.
Do you feel she's going to be a problem?
Not yet, but I'll keep it open. Advisement?
Do you think you've reached the end of what you can find there, or?
No, we honestly just opened the door. I'm gonna find a way to send you a copy of what we found, and you give me your insight.
You have to be careful. The Aegis is all over the place now. Try to download it and bring it to me hard copy.
All right, will do.
And don't take any chances with her.
No. Heavy hitter. I'll figure something out.
If you need to, put her down. Better she be marked off anyways.
All right. He just hangs up the phone.
Hey, Bleak.
Yes?
Are you afraid? Does this mean anything to me? Let's play.
It doesn't. You've not seen anything like this before. I'd let you give me a mental plus occult and add an additional +1 because you have oblivion.
With hunger dice?
Mm-hmm. Which you have 3 of now.
Yeah.
It's getting kind of dire.
It's getting fun, is what you mean to say.
Dire, fun.
They're about the same word.
Bleak-tato, bleak-tato.
Do I even bother with well, I got a 7 on the die there, but I got a 10 and a bestial on the others. Oh, but I have that abundance of those night moves.
Yeah.
I don't know why I love that. Oh, but I
Do you
have
want to spend some? It's gonna, since you have one of each, it's gonna cost you one for each red die that is messing you up. So let me set the scene for you. As you're sitting there listening to him kind of talk a little bit further away, not too sure what's going on, the kind of embarrassment and weirdness of not being able to cast your Arms of Ahriman earlier, the call out, the anger and frustration you feel at not knowing what's going on and why you're here, that there's obviously something more going on, that there's someone somewhere who knows something, that you're kind of being a pawn. I think that what you lived through in North Africa was horrible, but you understood it. It was exactly what it was supposed to be. An ancient vampire got out and you tried to stop it and it ate everyone. Like, that's just, you understand that even if it's bad. But right now, there's something at play that you don't understand. And it's really angering you and it's really making you frustrated. And you feel even more keenly how alone you are. Because in that moment, when you're trying to understand what's happening and you see Stacy just pick up a phone and call someone for a consultation, and your first thought is, I'm gonna call, and then you're like, who the fuck am I gonna call?
I don't have anyone to call.
The only time you've ever felt this alone was in that moment when that Methuselah had killed your entire pack and you were just praying to die also. And I think that in a strange twist, this makes you less angry. Because it just makes you sad. And so I don't think you fly off the handle. But if you don't want it to turn bad, you're going to need to spend the 2 night moves to ignore those 2. Or 1 at least. Or none if you want, and you can go to town.
Or 1? What, would 1 be half as bad?
Well, 1, I would let you decide which one you don't get. Because 1 is worse than the other. A bestial failure is worse than a monstrous critical.
Yeah, that's different having more than one episode to be in, I suppose. Yeah, I'll use both of them. I'll use both the 2 night moves.
Okay. And you just feel sadness kind of overtake you. And in a strange ass moment, you realize the only person that's there right now is Stacy.
All right, cool. Thank you for not wrecking up the place. I'm gonna take this. Pops out the tape. Why are you making that face?
I decided. We're gonna work together.
Okay. I thought we already... You're right. You decided.
I decided.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
So, being that you're making the decisions, what do you suggest?
Maybe going upstairs.
If that's what you decide.
You have any ideas, partner?
Not... Ooh, ew. I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh, what?
What?
You don't want to be friendly?
I tried to, and then you hated my nickname for you. I thought it was clever.
What do you propose?
I was thinking the same.
Great. I'm glad we're on the same page, and I leave.
The two of you make your way upstairs to the 7th floor. When you get there, you notice that there's no one there. There were 26 people, as far as you could tell on the video, that never seemed to have left, but there's no one there now. You can see remnants of blood and other things on the ground and discarded clothes, some of them ripped off. There's definitely evidence of what you saw on the video. You approach the wall and you see it there, and the blood has dried, although it's kind of been covered over by some of that strange non-blood or void blood. It's been seeping down the wall, but the writing is still there. It's even more stark and kind of haunting when you're face to face with it. When you look over next to it, you can see the door that they went through. And you can see that the door has this strange... It's hard to tell exactly what it is. In the center of the door, there's what would be like a large peephole almost. Like the size of a softball, maybe. It's a globe of glass that kind of protrudes a little bit from the wall. There's a red light that is emanating from it and kind of pulsing. And when you approach it, you can see inside this globe, which is kind of at head height, a red skull, which you've seen in the symbol for the bar outside, and this other sort of strange triangular pattern below it. And there's this blue and red light that is moving through it.
If I may, I'd like to... Is it... It's reachable. Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there in front of you.
I want to slowly put my hands on it and use Sense the Unseen to see if that does anything to me.
First of all, when you touch it, it's kind of warm to the touch.
Nice.
Go ahead and use Sense the Unseen.
So how would you like for me to roll that with
You're
this?
You're gonna make a mental and insight again.
Mental insight, hurt. Solid. So it's a 13 on the attribute, and I got a 9 on the hunger.
Say that again?
9 on the hunger, 13 total on the attribute.
Okay. As you touch it, you get... two things happen. One, you get an impression of bloodied hands touching it repeatedly. And two, I'm going to ask you to roll a number of d10 equal to your willpower.
Sure. Okay. Am I looking for anything specific?
You're looking for 6s and above. Tell me how many you get.
2.
You touch it, you get this fleeting impression of hand after hand after hand covered in blood touching it. And then, for a brief moment, there's nothing. You don't see, you don't hear, you don't feel anything with your touch, you don't smell anything. It's as if all your senses have shut down. Everything is completely black, empty. A vacuum, a void. And the thing that scares you the most is that you are fully aware of it. And for a moment, you feel like you're going to stay here the rest of your life, aware that you are here, but unable to feel anything with your 5 senses. Armada, you see Stacy touch this and immediately recoil from it and stumble back and fall to the ground, and for a moment you're sure he's dead. There's nothing, no light, no sound, nothing coming from him. And then very quickly his eyes open again.
Do that. Oh. Okay. Don't touch that.
Good, Cammy?
Please don't touch that.
What the fuck happened?
It's weird. It's like a void. It's sucking in, collecting things. You can feel it. You're conscious, but you're just there. There's nothing.
That's incredibly intriguing.
It sounds a lot like the void.
Yeah. Great. Cover me. I'm gonna go touch it.
Right, I would. I'm grabbing an ankle, like really quick, like.
What?
No, I just said out of my own mouth, do not touch it. It's a void.
Okay, and I'm familiar, so I'm gonna check it out. Okay?
I don't know if I'm comfortable with that. No. What are you dropped on your head? What are you doing? I've already done the thing. Don't do it again. It's bad.
Do you touch it?
I'm touching it.
You touch it, and you feel that familiar, comforting sense of slipping into the void, of reaching out and touching it, of stepping into it. You know that whenever you've done that before, whenever you've gone into your bleed, whenever you've gone into that little part of the void that's yours, you've felt at peace, more at peace than ever anywhere else before in your life. And you're stepping through that as you touch this thing, you're reaching out to it and you're stepping through that. And then it changes, the feeling of it alters. You get the sense of it changing in front of you, whereas the void has always been for you a place of peace and quietude, a place where you let go of all the things, all the cares, all the things that hurt you, all the bad memories, a place of just, minimalism, of like letting go of all the shit that does not matter. Now you feel it's somewhat different. As you reach into it, you get a feeling of the void as a destructive force. The void not as a place of quietude, but the void as a place of nothingness, of emptiness, of destruction, but in the most negative sense possible. This is what normal people think the void is like when they don't know what it's really like. And you can feel your own void just in there, but it's as if it's being corrupted or changed or altered. And you're not sure you want to keep reaching out for it.
No. I think I stopped. Do I have control enough to retract?
Yeah.
Yeah. I pull back. It's fucking weird. Yeah. Do I just I just release from it?
Yeah, you just step back from it and then the feeling fades.
What?
What?
It's that's not good. Yeah, don't touch that.
That's it.
You do know this
Oh my
as you're
God.
pulling away from it, that there's a lot of crusted, dried blood, like in the circle around it.
Excuse me. It's dried, like
Yeah, like it's
on
blood.
it,
Yeah, it's like
or-
blood that's been poured on it, and most of it has kind of been wiped off, but some of it has stayed encrusted in the, the circle around it near where it connects to the door.
This is just on the door.
Yeah.
Can I open the door?
No. Well, you can try,
No.
but it's locked.
Right. Okay. Well, here we go with locking doors. The biggest problem. Okay. Yeah. No. Well, that's the void. It's a pleasure to have you acquainted with it. But that one's different. That one's not normal.
What's a normal void?
Have you ever met a Lasombra before?
Kinda.
Oh, kind of.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, we'll get that out of you eventually. I spilled my secrets, you spill yours.
It was for work. I didn't enjoy it.
What was it, sex? Like what?
That I would have enjoyed. Kinda.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, so a lot of our fun is from the void. That's home.
But that's not a good one.
No, well, it's like home with an intruder. But yeah, don't touch that. I don't really know what to do with that, honestly.
Well, actually, you get the feeling, because you do have a cult, you kind of get the sense that it's some kind of occult lock, and that the blood around it is probably a question of it has to be touched with blood in order to activate.
Just kidding. I have a suspicion about what to do about it. Am I suspecting real blood or weird void blood?
You could check out the
Try
flecks of
both.
dried blood, and you probably get the feeling that it's probably kindred blood that is needed. This is probably some kind of lock that was created by the Tremere that allows only kindred to step through the door.
Oh. Yeah, I think I literally just like, you see me like lock onto it, squint a little bit, and then I just want to take a fang and just like cut the center of my palm, get my own vitae across my hand, and touch it.
You touch that eye, that globe with your hand, with your blood seeping out from your fingers. As soon as you touch it, you feel this thing start siphoning off blood, almost as if it's hungry. You feel the wound open up larger on your hand, and this thing starts to siphon. Now, you are going to take 1 hunger.
Cool.
As this thing siphons off a large portion of your energy, the blood just sort of seeping into it and sort of being absorbed by it. And as you do, the entirety of it turns red, and you hear a soft click, and you realize you can push the door.
Cool. So what that looks like is like she gets her hand all bloody. She puts it on the thing. Her face reacts as this kind of just like, oh, fucking shit. Like, it's just like this uncomfortable, but almost this like expectancy. Like, yeah, of course it would fucking do this shit. And as it throws her into a 4th check of hunger, she pulls back her hand and she's like, oh, I hate it. I love it. Right this way. And I'm gonna lick my hand closed.
Like, just some
Yeah.
some housekeeping shit real quick.
Yeah.
I've obviously noticed that they are getting hungry and hungrier, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Based on how I feed, would it be too much to say that I have a Capri Sun on me and I could just toss it at them?
We're gonna do this. Roll a D3.
A D3?
Yeah, so roll a D6, and 1 to 2 is 1, and 3 to 4 is 2, and 5 to 6 is 3.
Yeah, duh, Ian. That's how it works.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got a 3.
You got a 3. So you have 3 Capri Suns on you, and what I'm going to tell you is that it's going to take 2, because that stuff is not as good. It's going to take 2 for her to drop 1 hunger.
Are you going to be a problem?
Are you? What?
Okay, he hands 2 of them to you. Just get it together.
Ew.
Just get it together.
He hands you
This
2
is
blood bags.
fun. Yeah. God, if I wasn't so hungry, I think I'd just deny it. But
If you don't want it, give it back.
I didn't say that out loud. But I love people. I'll drink it.
As you're drinking it, you look at the door, and that eye has continued to swirl, and now you can see that the glass appears to be disappearing. And it's as if the eye or the glass is kind of opening up. The door itself has started to change. It was just this nondescript black door that looked kind of like part of the wall, but now it's changing, and it's becoming this red wooden door as you look at it. And as the glass opens up, behind it you see a black crown painted on the wall. The door, which is now this red colored wooden door. And as the door swings open, you see an empty room. The walls colored in blue and red in alternation. On the far wall, you see a set of neon crosses inverted, stacked one inside the other. There's a large blue one, a smaller red one, a little white one, and a black one at the center of it. There are various symbols and drawings and writings on the wall. The room is completely bare, except for the one wall where you see these things.
Our treasure.
Yay.
Enthusiastic. What the fuck is all this?
Yeah, is anything ringing a bell for myself?
Both of you can go ahead and make mental plus occult rolls. Rachel, you're rolling 3 hunger die now because you went back down
I
to 3.
sure am. Aw. No fun hunger.
Nothing?
You said mental occult?
Yeah.
I know
You can
absolutely
spend
nothing.
you can spend a night move to get a +2 to your roll.
We'll call it 13 then. Lucky number 13. And another night move down.
The black crown is meaningful to you. That kind of swirly black pattern there is meaningful to you. That's a symbol you've seen used in other occasions of people who also connect or touch the void, but do it from a different perspective than you do. It's kind of an alternate way of looking at the void or illustrating the void. The black crown comes from a very old myth among the people who touch the void or speak of the void, and it's about something called the grandmother. The grandmother is, in the myth, a force that resides within the void, and it's called the grandmother because its original name was the Grand Maw, M-A-W. And in time, it has just changed into Grandma and then Grandmother. But it is a destructive force that resides inside the void. That is kind of what you felt when you touched the globe on the door. The only other thing that draws your attention is the writing that's on the wall next to the crosses.
For any particular reason?
I don't know, do you read it?
I believe that would be next. If anything, to show Cammy that I can read.
You approach what's written there and you read this. For whosoever comes after we have gone, the grandmother is called to us. We serve her. The grandmother, the grandma. Her granddaughter, all in blue, beckons. Her infant grandchild, all in red, summons. The way forward is down below the pyramid. We have been betrayed. Those who have led us, preached to us, told us that our ways, their ways, would guide us in this, the darkest days. Yet they lied. All was for naught. Hope was a mirage, a dream, a nightmare. We were their slaves, their puppets. They fattened us in preparation for their return, and now they are here and look down upon us as we have ever looked down on the mortals who are our cattle. We who move through the world shaped by absence, who have stared into the abyss and found not terror but possibility, speak now not in defense of emptiness, but in praise of it. The void is not a wound, but a womb. It is the space before names, before roles, before masks. It is the raw, uncarved, unborn potential. Where others fear the absence of meaning, we find a freedom so complete it needs no justification. We do not seek to fill the void. We seek to live with it, to dance within its hollowness, to breathe with its rhythm, to let it speak through us. And as you finish reading it, the space that was occupied by the painting with the crosses on it opens up, and you see a long, dark corridor lit in red, leading to a distant doorway.
Okay. Guess we know we know why they didn't come back out the door.
But where did they go?
That's an excellent question, and one that we will answer next time when we return to Cardinal Rule. A week from today, Thursday next week, but hopefully work in OBS.
No, Bleak, I want to know now.
Tell me now.
No. next week.
Oh.